Welcome back to Ash's Reality Recaps. I'm Ash Iman, and this is American Idol Episode 2 Auditions. Now, for me, this entire episode was just kind of meh. Of the entire 2 hours, 5 acts stood out to me, and we're going to jump into this real quick, play a couple little sound bites. Hopefully, I don't get copyright striked for them, but I want you to hear what I heard in some of these acts. Now, throughout this episode, there were some circus acts that I wish American Idol would move away from. I'm watching American Idol, not America's Got Talent. American Idol, not America's Got Talent. Let the unicycle ride and whatever plane go to a different show. It's not entertaining on this show. Alright, let's jump into this. So the first act I'm going to talk about is Broadway singer Naya. Now, anytime on this show in the past when you had a Broadway singer, they sang like they was a Broadway singer. They would get up in front of the judges, they would project their voice like they're singing out to this big audience, and it would sound very play-ish. It's Broadway. It's a play. That's how they sound. Naya, thankfully, when she started singing, she was a little nervous at first, and then she just kind of smoothed into the transition, and her soul and her feelings and herself came out in the lyrics, and she did not sound like she was from Broadway.
There it is.
Oh, wait a minute.
Come on.
I think I left my consciousness in a sixth dimension.
Alright, so that was Naya. You got to hear her voice a little bit. She has a great voice. The song sounded great. The judges seem to support her. I think she'll do well in this competition. Don't know if she'll make it into the top 10, but I definitely think she'll make it through a couple of the episodes after the auditions. Next, let's move into Ziggy. He is from Dutch Idol. He will be singing Lady Gaga's Million Reasons. Please, don't take Ziggy for their appearance. Take Ziggy for their voice. Luke even said it during the episode. 7 years ago, if you'd walked out onto the stage, I'd have said, oh my, what is this? But over those 7 years, he's grown, he's matured, he's learned that there are differences in this world, and some of those differences have amazing voices. So Ziggy's able to walk up on stage. He knocks Lady Gaga's song out of the park. It sounds great. Again, if you're unsure about it, play it, close your eyes. If the way Ziggy looks bothers you, close your eyes and just listen to the voice. And if you're that sad of a human being that the way Ziggy looks bothers you, don't follow me, because I really don't care. That's all I can say. So let's listen to Ziggy.
Through all these horns of leather, I've got 100 million reasons to walk away. But baby, I just need one good one to stay. Wow.
Next we have Noah, the singing barber. Now, I was not impressed with Noah's initial audition. It just didn't sound very well. But Noah's catch is that he's a singing barber. So they brought Colin Stout out from last season. He was one of the finalists. And they let Noah cut his hair and sing. Now, when Noah started cutting Colin's hair and they sang a little bit of a duet together, he sounded a lot better. He sounded comfortable. He was in his element. He was sounding great. The unfortunate part, and I will say this, the unfortunate part is Noah, moving forward, you will not be able to cut hair during your songs. So I just don't know how he's going to do in the next 2 rounds, because you could see the discomfort of having to sing in front of the judges by just standing there. He was very stiff and moving back and forth, like he's got to limber up and loosen up when he's cutting hair. He's got that, and it's smooth and it flows, and it sounded good and it looked good. But after this round, you won't be able to cut hair and sing. So sounded great, but you got to figure out how to get out of your feels and move around and do a little bit of singing while you're going through it, if Noah's going to do any good in this series. Let's move on to the next one. All right, our next pair is the unduo that is Abby and Sean. So Abby came onto the show as an auditioner. She brought Sean on. He's a friend that plays piano. He basically considered himself her hired gun, so she obviously uses him a lot as a piano player so that she can sing. Well, she goes through and sings her song. She gets 2 yeses and a no, so she's going on to Hollywood. But the best part about this audition is Katie asks Sean, hey, are you a lead singer, or what do you do with the band Kiko? So Sean says, yeah, I'm a lead singer. So they basically say, well, go ahead and sing us a song. Felt like a setup, seems like a setup. Smells like a setup. It's obviously a setup. They kind of knew that this guy could sing when he came into this. But hey, I'm happy about it. So Sean belts out a pretty good song. 3 yeses. He's going on to Hollywood. Abby, I'm sorry, but Sean's probably going to do better than you in the show. So don't be upset at him when he goes and moves forward in the show and you get sent home. The one, the only, Abby Carter singing Billie Eilish's "What Was I Made For." I can't even tell you how good this entire performance was. This performance was so good that at the end of it, the cast, the cameramen, everybody sitting in the room hidden behind the cameras was clapping. They clapped so much that my wife actually looked at me and said, "That's a lot more clapping than just 3 people." And even Luke said, "I've never heard that many people clap for an audition." The judges claimed that this is our winner. Abby is projected to be the winner of this season. She sounded phenomenal in the way she sang. We're going to go ahead and play a clip. Again, I'm going to hope I don't get copyright strike for this, but it was just phenomenal. It was so phenomenal that literally everything I looked at this morning on social media talked about how good this performance was. So let's jump into that and see what you think.
What was I made for? Taking a drive, I was an ideal. Look so alive. Turns out I'm not real, just something you paid for.
Like, no doubt, phenomenal song, phenomenal singing, phenomenal voice. You heard all the clapping. It's never happened before. 7 seasons now, I think 20 seasons total. You've never heard the crew clap. Just outstanding. They project her as the winner. I can agree that she could be the winner. We will see how she does in the next couple rounds. She does end up getting a platinum ticket. But again, looking at this entirety of an episode, it was overall, There were no tears. There were no true emotions like last week. Let's see what next week has to offer. Hopefully it brings those emotions back and it picks these auditions back up and throws some life into them. That is American Idol Episode 2 Auditions. I hope you liked it. You probably didn't agree with all of my input and my opinions, and that's okay because that's what the comment section is for. Love it or hate it. Let me know what you think. See you next week.